We are back. Thanks for clicking on the link. Welcome to Good Energy. Enjoy the content, and everyone have a blessed day. And we're back, guys. I hope you've enjoyed all of the free locks I've given out this week, and we have a final to discuss. That's right, we head back to the Czech Republic where 280 points are up for grabs and $19,000. We have the 7th seed, Anastasia Potapova, taking on the 8th seed and hometown favorite Marie Puskova. These two ladies have played once previously, and that was this year at the Miami qualifiers, where we saw Puskova take out Potapova in a 3-set thriller. 6-3, Marie took the first set. She dropped the second set 6-3, but would close out Potapova 6-4 in the third set. However, Potapova is playing a lot better right now at this point of the tour. Puskova's won 8 of her last 10 matches and 4 in a row in this tournament in the Czech Republic. I think her most impressive win this tournament has come last round in the semifinals against Noskova. That was a very impressive win against someone that was playing really great tennis. Out of her last 10 matches, she's had wins over Caroline Garcia, Alison Riss, and she almost defeated Ons Jabeur in Wimbledon. However, she's taking on Potapova, who is also on a 4-match win streak, which leads her into the finals here against Puskova. But Potapova has beat some heavy hitters. She's beat Zhu, Kontaveit, and Wang. Potapova's won 8 of her last 10 matches, also beating Krejcikova and Gracheva and Julie Nemier. Anastasia Potapova is playing very good tennis. She's being very aggressive, and she is winning the short rallies with powerful backhands. But if you follow the channel, you know very well Marie Puskova is one of my favorite players. She is a defensive powerhouse. Much like Elina Svitolina, however, she has yet to win a WTA championship. Marie Puskova is 0-4 in WTA final appearances. This will be her 5th WTA final appearance. Can she finally win a championship? Marie is the much more experienced hard-court player out of these two ladies. Marie has over 190 wins on hard, while being 21-6 on hard this season. Anastasia Potapova has 66 wins on hard. She's 10-7 on hard this season. However, she was able to capture a championship earlier this year on clay versus Veronika Kunamatova, a fellow hometown countrywoman. These two ladies are very, very different in styles. Marie Puskova is defensive-minded, while Anastasia Potapova is much more aggressive on the offensive side. Anastasia Potapova averages 1 ace per match. She is not the best server, though. She only holds 62% of her service games. She wins 39% of her return games. When she has the opportunity to break opponents, she does it at 44%. When opponents have her up against the ropes in pressure point situations, she's saving 54% of her break points. She's going to be facing someone that's much more consistent, much more technical, and much more experienced. Marie Puskova averages also 1 ace per match. Not the best server, but she holds serve. She has great ball placement. She wins 74% of her service games, 37% of her return games. She breaks opponents at 41% average, and she is saving 55% of her own break points. These two ladies have very different styles. Marie Puskova is a defensive player. She enjoys long rallies until her opponents make mistakes, or until she can find an opening and hit winners down the line. Anastasia Potapova, on the other hand, is playing very aggressive tennis. She's winning short rallies. She's hitting backhands down the line, and her forehand looks really, really good. However, Anastasia Potapova looks very, very athletic. Her form is amazing. She's won 8 of her last 9 matches, and she has beat some very experienced ladies recently. Anastasia has beat 2 of last year's WTA finalists in her last 8 matches. Wow! If Anastasia can beat Barbora Krejcikova and Annette Kontaveit, then she can certainly beat Marie Puskova and what she will throw at her. I can see a scenario where Marie Puskova drops the first set and is scrambling to make adjustments to stay in this match. However, a prediction for a match like this is very, very tough. I do see this match going over, and if I have to lean with a winner, I will take Anastasia Popova. Why? I think she is playing very, very aggressive tennis. She is very fit, very athletic, and I see her athletic ability and her strength giving Marie Puskova problems. Yes, Marie Puskova is playing very, very good tennis. She will have the home crowd on her side, but when your opponent is playing that good and that aggressive, all it takes is a forehand to silence the crowd. This is a match I see going over 20 games, and I see Anastasia Popova stealing this match, keeping Marie Puskova to winless in championship appearances. I will be very clear, I would love to see Marie Puskova win this match. She is one of my favorite players on tour. She is a ray of sunlight. However, Anastasia Popova is playing too good right now, and this is a very tough matchup for Marie Puskova. I'm sorry, but if I have to pick, I would have to pick Anastasia Popova. We head to Poland, where Iga Swiatek will not be participating in this final. She will be watching it on TV just like us. Caroline Garcia, bonjour, comment allez-vous? She's taking on Anna Bogdan. That's right, Anna Bogdan is making her first ever WTA main level tour appearance. However, she has many clay titles on the ITF circuit. She's going to be taking on Caroline Garcia, who's going for her 9th WTA championship and 2nd this year. These two ladies did play about, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where Caroline Garcia took that matchup, and they're going to play now for what matters the most. 280 WTA points up for grabs and $19,000. Anna Bogdan's won 6 of her last 10 matches on a 4-match win streak that brings her into this WTA final, and she's had some very impressive wins in her last 10 matches. She's beat Senikova, Piazzi, and Biondi. She's also beat Yastremka. And listen guys, Anna Bogdan is a very experienced clay player. She's got over 11 championships on the ITF circuit, and she has over 150 wins on clay. Caroline Garcia is 10-3 on clay this season. She has over 120 wins on clay for her lifetime, and Caroline Garcia is playing very good tennis. She leads the tour in aces, and she has a service game that can get her out of jams, and that is very important when you're playing tough, experienced clay players. We've seen Caroline Garcia beat Jasmine Piani, we've seen her beat Dua, and we've seen her beat Iga Swiatek, a clay powerhouse. She's also beat Chloe Paquette, who's very tricky. Sarah Schreiber's Turmo. Caroline Garcia has won 8 of her last 10 matches, and she is playing phenomenal. She also owns the head One Love, however, that was in 2017. Anna Bogdan's winning 70% of her service games, 40% of her return games. She converts 46% of her break points, and she saves 53% of her break points. She's playing someone that is leading the tour in aces, and Anna Bogdan is going to have to be very careful on her mistakes, or Caroline Garcia is going to be able to put her away very easily in straight sets. Not only is Caroline Garcia winning 78% of her service games, her match against Jasmine Paolini, Caroline Garcia won 80% of her first serve points. Unbelievable. In contrast to that, Anna Bogdan has breezed through this tournament, demolishing opponents. This is a matchup here where we have two contrasting styles. Caroline Garcia is not your traditional clay player. Anna Bogdan is very experienced on clay. She loves to mix up overhead looping shots, drop shots, and she is going to make Caroline Garcia work, while Caroline Garcia is going to try to impose her power and strength to disrupt anything Anna Bogdan throws at her. This is a matchup where I like the first set to go under 10 games. That's correct. I like the first set to go under 10 games. You have two ladies that are playing extremely well and phenomenal. Someone's style is going to prevail, and when it does, I think it's going to be a lopsided first set win. First set under 10 games is the lock. I do think Caroline Garcia is overvalued here, and this is a matchup where I like the first set to go under. In and get your popcorn because only one of those ladies will win the championship. We have 2 tournaments coming up in the United States on hard court, and I am very interested in both of these tournaments. We have the Silicon Valley Classic, where we have a lot of the top players in the world: Marie Sakari, Paula Badosa, Ons Jabeur, Sabalenka, Muguruza. Yes, a lot of the Russian players. Actually, all of them have made the trip to the United States, and this is going to be an amazing month of tennis. That's right, Coco Gauff, she is doing her tour. She's throwing out the first pitches at the San Francisco Giants game. She looks amazing. Kataskina is back, Pliskova. However, I'm going to have some locks at the City National WTA 250 event in Washington, D.C. Venus Williams is back. Stay tuned, guys. We're back on American time. These videos will be posted at regular times here in the United States. And watch out, I have some locks already. This is going to be an amazing tournament coming up. I see several upsets happening. Stay tuned for my videos. Like, subscribe, comment below. We